Hello there, Ray here, and today we will be looking at all the secrets to do with axolotls, answering questions like can you use axolotls to make a trident farm, and what other powers do they hold. And at the end of the video, we'll be looking at some cool ways to use the new container breaking mechanic to help possibly make automation better. And if you'd like to see more in-depth videos like this, check out the snapshot playlist down below. And we're still trying to reach 7,000 followers on Discord, so make sure to join my Discord down below. We did a 3-hour-long live stream with the viewers, testing out all the new things as the snapshot comes out. So make sure you follow me on Twitch to participate in future ones. And thanks to everybody who joined in on the last one. This new mob axolotl is peaceful towards the player and is amphibious, meaning that it can go on land as well as go in water. They do have a limited time that they can stay on the land without dying, and this is their air NBT. It starts at 6,000, it slowly goes down, and in 5 minutes it'll go down to 0. And as soon as they touch water, it will immediately be refilled. Unlike the player's air bubbles, which have to slowly regenerate. Rain will also regenerate their air supply, but only if the air ever reaches the ground. Like here in the desert, this guy will not be helped out by it. But in the desert, they don't dry out any faster. Now, some things that don't rehydrate them are like water splash bottles, fire-resistant potions. They also don't rehydrate from dripstone dripping particles, or even having them inside of a cauldron with water. Currently, their pathfinding is a little bit messed up, where they'll try to go to the nearest piece of water, even if it's through a block, which causes them to tip upside down on their heads and rotate in these little circles. Speaking of rotating in circles, if you would have one of them tied to a lead, these guys will start zipping around you like there is no tomorrow. And you can even attach this lead to a fence and they'll just go around in circles. And if you put them in water, they even go faster yet. This is most likely a bug, but it is pretty funny. They do only have 14 health, which doesn't make them as strong as things like zombies, makes them stronger than something like a cow. And after drying up, they will start taking damage until they die. Speaking of dying, if one of these would be killed even with a high looting sword, you'll see that they will not give you any items, but they do give you some XPs. And the amount of XPs you get is 3. These guys do make some pretty cool sounds, kind of similar to the fox, very high-pitched noise. When they get damaged, they also make some high-pitched noises. They also take fall damage, but there is a weird bug that when summoned in a mob that relies on being in the water or having air, so such as like a squid or axolotl, when you summon them in, they will have their air set to 0, and therefore they'll immediately start taking damage. You can see this in a squid as well. Now there is 5 variations of these guys: pink, brown, yellow, white, and dark blue or purple. These 4 are common, where this one is extremely rare, being 1 in 1,200 ocelots. When the Caves and Cliffs update comes out, you should be able to find these guys inside of caves. And you can get the rarest variant by using this command here, and you can see what it looks like. You can make axolotls follow you by holding some tropical fish or tropical fish in a bucket. You can breed these guys if you find them by feeding them tropical fish, which is a little bit harder to find fish than the other types. Make sure you're not holding the fish in their hand so that they're able to breed. And there you go, you got a baby. Baby is usually like the parents, but it can be different. You can speed up the growth of a baby by feeding him more tropical fish until he is an adult. But you can see when they grow up, they kind of glitch into the walls. Now, despite breeding these up and getting a baby out of them, they're not tameable like wolves. So if you're under attack by like a drowned, they're not going to come to your rescue and start attacking this guy. Now, you can encourage them to attack stuff like guardians and drowns just by being near this type of hostile mob while also holding the tropical fish. So now you can see they are going to start attacking this guy. But when they attack him, he's also going to attack them. If their health gets low, they can pretend to be dead like they are doing right now, in which case they will get the regen effect, but they can still accidentally die when being attacked. Now when they do kill something that they kind of did on your behalf, since they're not a tame mob, you will still not get player specific loot. So you won't get like tridents from drowns or special loot like tropical fish from guardians. Now if they do have low health and you try to feed them tropical fish, you're not able to bring their health up. Mobs like drowns and guardians will actually automatically attack before they even attack them. You can see this guy has targeted this and is hurting him, and he's playing dead. Now this guy got hit, he's playing dead, even though these guys aren't attacking. So they won't naturally attack back, even if they're being attacked by the drown or guardian. And you can see this with the guardian, where he is trying to shoot these guys The little laser thing doesn't show up currently, but you can see the bubbles, and he just shot this guy without them ever attacking him. This guy here is actually still spinning in circles while also being in the regen mode. Now, besides using tropical fish to entice them, you can also use a bucket of tropical fish. So if I just hold this one near this guardian, you can see he comes over here and tries to attack him. Now, unlike drowns or guardians, which these guys have to be enticed to fight using tropical fish, there is some things that these guys will attack naturally without any player encouragement. Things like cod, they will kill those pretty quickly. Salmon, also tropical fish, even pufferfish. Pufferfish don't actually become big when they're attacked by these guys, so they don't take any damage from the spikes or poisoning. They also attack squids. So you could use these guys to kind of farm up fish loot or squid loot, without having to worry about them taking any damage. Now, they do not attack stuff like dolphins or turtles, which are also in the water. Now, these guys are affected by bubble columns. The ascending ones will move them upwards, where the descending ones will pull them downwards, allow them to take damage. Bubble columns are one of the unique blocks where water mobs can get water from them, and mobs that need air can also get air from them. You can pick these guys up inside of a boat if you push them near it. But if you leave the axolotl inside of a boat on top of water, they will still dry out and die. You can also pick them up with a minecart by using a curved rail. They're affected by powder snow just like any other mob. It doesn't matter what mob attacks them. If it's like a Johnny Vindicator or a Zoglin, they will try to play dead if their health gets so low. But sometimes they just end up dying because they get hit for too hard. And they are peaceful, so they won't attack those mobs that hurt them, and they won't even attack other types of mobs like zombies until they turn into drowns. Now, if you do help them by killing a drown that was hurting it, there's a chance that he will give you the regeneration effect and remove any mining fatigue that you might have. Now, when it comes to Ocelot going after something that it can attack, like this cod, they can detect it up to 10 blocks away. This was looked into by Tibby in the Minecraft code, so thanks to them. You can catch these guys with a water bucket just by right-clicking on them, but every bucket will look exactly the same, similar to the tropical fish buckets. You can't tell if you have a rare variation, unless you would drop it out. Now, besides Axolotl, they also added this really cool feature where if a bundle or shulker box contains items, when it gets destroyed, it will only destroy the container first, and then the items will get popped out of it. So in this case, I have some netherite ingots and a nether star. You can see the bundle breaks open, items fall out. The nether star is not immune to lava, so it burns up where the nether bricks are, so they don't burn up. Now, this can actually create some very interesting situations where you have items inside of a bundle, inside of a shulker box. Let's add some filter items. Now, if this shulker box would fall into lava, you see it pops open with all the bundles and everything, and then the bundle breaks, and then the contents of the bundle burn up if it can. So it has to kind of go through 2 layers of burning before it can actually get to the bundles items. So if one TNT would blow up this shulker box here, you'll see that instead of anything getting lost, all it does is break off the box as an item form, and everything is still safe inside. Now, if you use 2 TNT, you'll notice something different happens. 1 TNT will blow up the box, and 1 will blow up the item of the box, dropping its items. So we have all those filler items. We also got the bundle in here, but the items plus the bundle are still safe. So let's use 3 TNT. If you guys don't know how TNT works, essentially each one actually goes off at a different time. Even though they seem to go off at the same game tick, the game can only do one thing at a time. So the first TNT will break the box off into item form. Next one will blow up the shulker box item, which will drop its contents. And then the third TNT will blow up those contents, blowing up all the pufferfish plus the bundle. So then the items inside the bundle pop out. And this all happens at the exact same time. So if you actually want to blow up the contents of this bundle here, you actually need 4 TNT. So let's put 4 TNT down and ignite them all. And you should see that there is nothing left of the shulker box, none of the items. But there's actually one item, which is the nether stars that got blasted way over here. And that's because nether stars are actually immune to explosions. So if we ignite this TNT, these items will get moved, but they won't actually blow up. They're right there. It gets even crazier when the player is holding the shulker box and he has a totem of undying. Because of this, you need an initial TNT to remove the totem. Then you need a TNT to kill the player, drop his shulker box. Then you need a TNT to break the shulker box open. Then one to destroy those contents, including the bundle. And then one to destroy the bundle's items. So if we take a look, doesn't look like there's really anything here. Like a blew everything up, but we should still be able to find the nether star. Ah, there's another star. It got blasted way over here. So yeah, if you do it properly, you can destroy all the items, even in multiple layers, but it's going to take timing and a lot of TNT. Now, any type of explosion will do this, which there is a lot of, including like wither explosions. But other things can also do it, like a cactus. If we drop it onto a cactus, you'll see it'll burst open. And then when the bundle touches it, it also bursts open. Any items that are still thrown towards the cactus will be destroyed, where the rest will sit onto the ground. You could use this as a way to unpack stuff from like a bundle very quickly by making it touch lava while picking up the items, or even a shulker box. That means you would have to craft a shulker box or bundle. Bundles are kind of annoying. They only hold 64 worth of items. You wouldn't really gain anything from that. For shulker boxes, cost shulker shells, even though they're now renewable using my automatic shulker shell farm. I'll link it down below. But you still have to craft the shells with a chest, and shulker boxes are not stackable. That'd be kind of an expensive way to unload your items. It'd be better to just use a dropper to drop them out, or you could even have a system automatically fill up a chest and then use explosions to remove the chest to get all the items. Because chests are quite a bit easier to get and craft than a shulker box. Another damaging method is a anvil. Usually anvils, when they land on items, they will destroy them. And you can see it will now break open the shulker box and drop its contents. So if you have a whole bunch of shulker boxes with items in them and you drop an anvil in them, it's going to make hundreds and thousands of items. That's 1,100 right there. That makes the game pretty laggy. Fire also works, so if you make a fire and burn the shulker box, you see it should break open. There it goes. Items have health, and once it gets low enough, it breaks open. Now when it comes to the dragon destroying these shulker boxes full of items, the dragon will actually just remove the block from the game and it won't drop any of the contents. This might change in the future to make it more consistent with the other methods. A lot of cool features for the axolotl as well, the container breaking. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like on the video as well as share it with others so they can see all the cool things you can do in 1.17. I would like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!